Welcome to day 6, rooting to rise. So we'll begin standing in what we call mountain pose, Tadasana. So lining up the heels more or less underneath the sitting bones is going to make it so your ankle, knee, and hip joints are more or less stacked. Make the feet pretty parallel. Now we're going to use those exquisitely sensitive feet from the self-massage we did yesterday to start to spread the soles of the feet. Get as much surface area touching the floor as you can, and then balance the weight in your feet between the balls and the heels, and between the left and the right. Unlock your knees. And now allow the feet to sink into the earth. And as the feet release into the embrace of gravity, feel the legs start to form these organic columns of support. And as the feet and legs root, feel the spine start to rise. So in yoga, we call this the rebound effect. The more the lower body anchors, the more the upper body can effortlessly lift. Feel that lift right up the spine, which also means right up our central channel, all the way up and out the crown of the head. Relax the arms and shoulders. Wonderful. Please interlace your fingers and press your palms forward, about shoulder height. If you need to keep your arms lower than your shoulders, stay here. Or if you're able, slowly sweep the hands towards the ceiling. Now, when the hands are overhead, keep pushing up for the ceiling, but don't lose your feet. Feel the feet still releasing into the earth. And feel the more you can release the feet, the higher the hands can go. Like you're being pulled in two opposite directions, getting tractioned out nice and long. Okay, bend your elbows, release the fingers, make soft fists. Roll your fists all the way down. When your arms are at your side, shake them out a little bit. All right, you are ready for Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Please bring your hands to your hips and step your feet pretty wide. Just a comfortable distance, wider than your shoulders for sure, but not so wide you feel unstable. So let's set up the base of this together. We're going to do it first left-hand side, which means turn your whole left leg out 90 degrees. So left toes point to the left. And then these back toes are going to kick in a little bit, and the heel is going to kick out like this. Let's talk about the feet first. Look down. You want more or less the front heel pointing at the back heel. But also, if you're feeling a little challenged in your balance here, you could scooch this back foot just a little bit forward, so the front heel actually points just behind the back heel. That is slightly more stable. Okay, now let's check in with the joints. Bend both your knees a little. Feel the ankle, knee, and hip joints all in alignment with one another. And then straighten the legs, but maintain that. Now, Lift up just above the pubic bone. Turn just the chest back so that it's square to this front edge of the mat, but don't lose the alignment of your joints in the lower half. Reach your arms out, about shoulder height, palms turned down. Relax your shoulders. Swivel your gaze out over the fingers of this left hand. And we're ready to go. We're going to start with repetitions. As you inhale, bend into this left knee. As you exhale, straighten the leg. Keep going just like that. Inhaling into the bend. Exhaling, straighten the leg. As you bend the knee, think of it moving towards the baby toe. That'll keep it tracking over the toes. And don't go too much further than above the ankle. More or less above the ankle is great. So now let's come in and hold. Inhale, lunge into the front knee, and exhale, stay and stabilize. Bring your attention back to your feet. Balance out your weight between them, front and back. Feel the soles of the feet release into the embrace of gravity. And out of that, feel your body rise tall. Beautiful. Please straighten the front knee. Relax your arms down to your side. Turn your toes forward. Beautiful. Please bring your hands to your hips. Let's go to the other side. Turn the whole right leg out 90 degrees. So right toes point that way. Turn the back toes in and the back heel slightly out. Let's check in with the feet. Look down. Either heel to heel alignment here, or this back foot can hop a little bit forward so the front heel is pointing slightly behind the back heel. Now let's check in with the joints. Bend both your knees a little. Feel into your feet. Feel the ankle, knee, and hip joints in alignment with one another, and then straighten the legs. Now maintain that. Lift up just above the pubic bone and bring the chest back. So the chest is square to this front edge of the mat. I'm adjusting my feet a little bit so that I don't lose the alignment of my joints. Stretch the arms out about shoulder height, palms turned down. Relax the tops of the shoulders. Swivel your gaze out over this right hand now, and we'll begin with repetitions. As you inhale, bend into this right knee. And as you exhale, straighten the leg. The inhale pulls you in, warrior two. And the exhale draws you out. As you bend the knee, think of moving it toward the baby toe so it stays tracking over the toes. And keep the bent knee more or less in the region of stacked over the ankle. Okay, let's make this next one a hold. So inhale, come in, warrior two. Exhale, stay here and stabilize. Press into the feet. Feel the support of the earth rising up. And let that make your posture very stable. Wonderful. Please release. Relax the arms to your side. Turn your toes forward. Now this time, when you step your feet together, step them in just a little wider than your hips. That sometimes facilitates more ease in the next pose. So we're going to do some big circles with the arms that after a few land us into umpire pose. I think we can do this together. If this is your first time doing this video and you want to watch first, by all means, please do. Let's begin with the knees just a little bit bent. Lean forward a touch with the body until you can cross your wrists down low, just like this. Now, as you inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And as you exhale, come back to the starting position, crossing the wrists. So the inhale sweeps you out and up. And the exhale brings you back here. Now, keep going. Follow the pace of your own breath. And make this work for your body. If the back doesn't want to bend very far, stay relatively upright. If it feels good to bend, you can come a little lower, like this. And you can look up when the hands are overhead, being respectful of your neck. If the arms don't want to go over shoulder height today, this can be your in-breath. Couple more. Okay, this next one's going to be our transition. Now on the exhale, big swan dive, bend your knees, rest your elbows to the thighs, coming into what we call umpire pose. Now you can stay straight forward. I'm going to show you from the side. The knees bend just enough to rest your elbows on the thighs. So we're looking for as little work as possible. Primarily, we're using the bones of the lower body to support the weight of the upper body. Relaxing the neck, just letting the head float in line with the spine. And now on your next inhale, press into your feet, reverse that swan dive, bring the hands up overhead. Now this time, on the exhale, bring your hands together and lower your thumbs to your heart. Relax your arms to your side. Set yourself back up in mountain pose. Starting at your feet and building from there. Just feel, use your mountain pose as a moment to experience the effect of Warrior Two on your body and your mental state. Okay, so now we're heading into tree pose. So this is our standing balance today. So if you wish to support your balance a little, you could bring a chair over, just have a couple fingers available to rest on the chair. You could be closer to a wall, have it in front of you, have it behind you, whether you use it for physical support or just emotional support, doesn't matter. We're going to build this together. It begins in mountain pose with the hands in what we call Anjali Mudra, like this at your heart. Now, first thing we'll do, release into the feet. But second thing we'll do is steady the eyes. So this is referred to as your drishti, or your gazing point. So pick a point probably pretty level out in front of you, slightly down, slightly up. But rather than holding that point firmly with your eyes, relax around it, like you're relaxing your peripheral vision. Now, please shift your weight onto your left leg. Come up on the right toes first. Any of these places is a fine place to stop and play around. This is a great tree variation. You could also now turn this right knee out and form a kickstand with the foot. So I have the toes on the floor and the heel resting above the standing ankle. If you're feeling pretty sturdy here, then you could come a little higher by placing the whole sole of the foot up on the inner leg. Let's start below the knee today. Feel the standing ankle has to work a bit. Keep the standing knee unlocked and the standing foot very connected to the embrace of gravity. Now you can stay higher with the foot. I'm going to come lower just to give myself a little more support. Now think of lifting up just above the pubic bone. Feel the spine begin to rise. And out of that rising, final option is to add the arms, fingers stretching for the ceiling. Keep the tops of the shoulders relaxed. Float your hands back to your heart. Turn the knee forward, set the foot down. Back to mountain pose with hands in Anjali Mudra. Well done. Let's prepare for the second side. Feeling your feet. Finding your drishti, your gazing point. Relaxing your peripheral vision. Please shift your weight onto your right leg. Come up on the left toes. Unlock what's going to be your standing knee. Turn the left knee out. Form a kickstand. That's a good beginning place. If you feel pretty comfortable, pretty stable, you might come higher with the foot. Let's do for today under the knee. Feel the standing foot release into the support of gravity. Now you can stay with the foot higher if that's where you are. I'm going to go lower for the remainder of the demonstration. As the legs stay firmly rooted, lift up just above the pubic bone. Feel the spine start to rise, and from that rising, reach the arms overhead. Feel the rib cage lift right off the pelvis. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Wonderful. Bring your hands back to your heart. Turn the knee forward, set the foot down. Take a moment in mountain pose. Celebrate being on 2 feet. All right. So we are going to do one more standing posture before we're done for today. And what we're going to do is go back into the arm circles. So we'll go just a little wider with the feet and come back here. I want to give you the option now that you're a little more warmed up of coming back to umpire, where we did the first time, or this time swan diving to Uttanasana, forward hang. I'm showing you from the side again so I can show you something. Notice I still have the knees bent enough that my belly can kind of drape onto the thighs and my spine feels comfortably supported and stretched. If your forward fold looks like this, with a lot of space under here, you are probably better off coming back into umpire and getting the support of your elbows, okay? So let's explore that together. Mountain pose, but with slightly wider feet. Let's do 3 circles of the arms first with the breath. Cross your wrists down low, slightly bend forward. On your inhale, stretch up. And on your exhale, come back. Twice more. And now let's make this next one the transition. On your exhale, big swan dive into either umpire pose, or if you'd like, draping the whole body over the legs, letting the knuckles graze, maintaining just as much bend in the knees as you need to stretch the back out comfortably. If you're in forward hang, let your head go. Let it be heavy. One more breath here. On your inhale, soft bend to the knees. Sweep the arms out and up overhead. On your exhale, bring the hands together. Lower them to your heart. Relax your arms to your side. Any little thing you need, a little roll, a little shake. Please bring yourself, last time, into a mountain pose. Root into the feet. Rise through the spine. Bring your awareness into your center. Feel the movement of your vitality. Feel your prana in this moment. Our practice together is complete. Please accept my gratitude for being here today. I wish you a grounded and connected day, and I'll see you tomorrow.